Good morning, Fishers Tigers. I'm Joseph Basso, and welcome to FHS Weekly. Let's get started on how you can get involved this week. The next Bring Change to Mind Club meeting is after school on Tuesday in H111. They will discuss the concept of self-care and practice of mindfulness using Headspace, an app that you can have for free if you are a club member. Everyone is welcome. On Wednesday, January 29th, Club Med will host Rhonda Yates. Miss Yates is a pharmacist by profession and serves the Administrative Director of Pharmacy Services for Franciscan Health. She will talk about her experiences in school and as a pharmacist and network director. If you have an interest in medical professions, come give it a listen. January 29th at 7 o'clock a.m. in Mr. Kuhn's room. Girls interested in rugby. There's still some time to register to join the girls' rugby team. No experience is needed. The team meetings is on Wednesday, January 15th from 5 o'clock p.m. to 6:30 p.m.
Hey there, Fishers Tigers. Welcome back to Tiger Talk, the segment of the show where we talk about topical topics at a table. My name is Joseph Heemstra, and joining me today we have Marina Watkins and not Adriana Roseborough. Adriana's actually moved on to do a Instagram live show.
Better things.
Yes, bigger, better things. So you can check out the live show, but replacing her on Tiger Talk, we have Cam White. You want to introduce yourself to the people?
Hi, I'm Cam. I like making music and I like videos.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh.
So hopefully you guys will get to know Cam a little bit better as we go throughout the semester, and you get to hear him talk on Tiger Talk. Should be a great time.
Let's do it.
But I mean, we're starting everything off here. It is the first Tiger Talk of the second semester, and not just second semester, but the new year. Second
New
semester.
decade.
But not just the new year, the new decade.
New decade.
First Tiger Talk of the new decade. It's crazy to be here, and I thought that it would be a really good opportunity today to talk about the last decade and to just kind of reflect on it and what happened. And I figured a good question to kind of encompass that would be, what year of the past decade would you like to just live in?
Okay, that's a great question.
Mm-hmm.
Let me think about that for a second.
There's a lot of stuff to consider. Absolutely.
A lot. What year did Gangnam Style come out?
Oh, gracious.
I want to say like 2013.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
2013? I think that's probably my year. I think I
Is it
probably
solely
peaked like
because?
2013. Yeah,
Mhm.
Okay,
for sure.
yeah.
I have Gangnam Style down to a T. So
But you're not. What about like 2019? We had like Old Town Roads. Like I don't know. Is that confusing?
Gangnam Style, Old Town Road, Gangnam Style.
I think they're both equally as like stupid,
Yeah.
I think.
but also pieces of art.
True. I mean, Gangnam Style is like a classic, right? Like
Truly a classic.
everybody, when you were in like middle school or like intermediate school, like Gangnam Style was the thing, you know. But then obviously Old Town Roads was a popular meme and stuff. So
And I think Old Town Road probably annoys a lot more people than Gangnam Style did at the time.
I beg to differ. Last year in spring, everyone's Snapchat story was just people partying to Old Town Roads.
I don't know who you
Wrong.
have added on Snapchat,
I have some
but
pretty
my
cool people
Snapchat
added
stories
on
did not
Snapchat.
look like that.
But I mean, like throughout the entire decade, we've seen this trend though of like songs being like really popular, and then like sometimes they get memed, and then slowly they just kind of become jokes, you know.
Yeah.
People get
Yeah.
more annoyed and stuff.
That's true.
Until it was brought back like a few years later, and now it's all the hype again.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But past music, 2016 might have been my favorite, solely because of all the like clown
Mm-hmm.
things that went on.
Oh yeah.
I
in
think
the
it's just
news and
absolutely
stuff.
ridiculous that
Yeah.
that happened.
That was
and I think
crazy.
that was hilarious.
Is that the one where people were like seeing like creepy clowns on like
Yes.
the sidewalks, like
People
they're
will
just
come
walking?
out.
But
of their
how
house
much of
and
those-
there's a clown.
How many of those were like actually real though? Because I feel like a lot of them were staged. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
but there's not such thing as a not real clown, right? Like clowns are people who dress up as clowns, so you can't differentiate between an actual clown and someone who's dressing up as a clown because it's the same thing.
It's true.
I mean, but there's a difference between, because like a clown is like an actual type of performer, whereas somebody who's just dressing up like that for attention, just to be like, hey mom, I'm on the news, like they're a little different.
I mean, isn't that basically what like is popular? Is just doing stuff for attention and
Kind
it's
of.
on the news.
Yeah, and like especially if you see like in the past like year even, just like the rise of like TikTok, you know, like it's a lot of people doing the same thing.
Well, that's
Obviously-
the same thing with Vine, right? Like it was just about like 6 seconds of like what can get your attention and be funny because that's the
true.
attention span we have now.
That's true. Man,
I don't have anything to say about that.
yeah. Not a TikTok user.
I actually am a TikTok user.
I was like, we
Yeah.
made a TikTok
I
like
love
a few days
TikTok.
ago.
I love TikTok. I was one of the people who was talking crap about TikTok when it first came
Ooh.
out, and now I'm obsessed with it. So
Yeah.
Solid.
yeah, that's me.
Interesting change of mind.
Hmm Yeah.
man, the death and the birth of new platforms.
Right.
Another thing we've seen.
But I think the general like rise of platforms is new to this decade. Like there was some in the early 2000s, but like that's when everything was like born.
Sure.
Now this is really the first decade that it's become like really relevant for everyone to have it.
It's becoming more mainstream, and like you could say that people are kind of like perfecting the formula of like what makes a good just social media platform. You know?
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Very interesting.
I think for my part personally, I'd say 2019 was actually a really good year for me overall. Just like personally, you know.
What are some highlights? Give me some
Some
highlights.
highlights?
What happened for you, Joe?
I don't know. Like I kind of went through just like this change of mind, and I don't know. It
You
was
knowing
very
what happened in
Growth?
2019, I disagree.
I think it was like personal growth. It was like a good year for
Character
personal growth.
development.
Yeah, I can relate to that
It's
actually.
crazy because like when you think like 2010, I was in like third grade or so. I was like 7 years old, right?
I don't know how old you are now.
I can do math.
Clearly, you didn't learn anything in the past 10 years, but
It's crazy. So I say 2019. You said
2016 for the comms.
2016,
2013, baby.
2013. All right, interesting. So very like a little bit of a range for like answers to that
I would
question.
say.
Yeah.
Different perspectives on the past decade. So that was interesting. I'm glad we talked about that.
Yeah, that was cool.
But now that we've covered that would you rather question, we've actually prepared some other would you rather questions for each other. They're totally unrelated to the whole new decade thing, but they're just fun, and we thought it'd be fun to see what our perspectives are.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at these questions.
Let's do it.
Would you rather watch only movies or TV shows for the rest of your life?
I think I would probably say movies, just because there's way more movies I like than just TV shows.
Sure.
I don't know what I would do without. I don't know if I. Oh my gosh, I can't. Okay, can we edit that part? All right. I don't know how I would survive without being able to watch Batman: The Dark Knight Rises. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. I have to be able to watch that, so I definitely would say movies.
There are some great films out there, but also like with Netflix and Hulu and all these different like streaming platforms, like there's almost like this never-ending flow of like TV, you know.
That's
so
true. Yeah.
There's a little bit of like a balancing act there, where it's like good movies or a bunch of TV shows that could be good.
I think it's tough because like with TV shows there's more potentials for like seasons and seasons, and it allows for the storyline to build and take twists and turns, and it's just like a lot longer of a duration. And if you're going to like binge, like obviously TV show route, but also a lot of times when like shows get too many seasons, it becomes like dry and old, versus movies, since it's short enough and it's like one little segment of like a storyline, like you enjoy the whole thing and you don't like grow to dislike it over time.
Exactly.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for my part, personally, I gotta go with movies. This was actually my question. I'm more of a movie guy because I don't watch a whole lot of TV, like just as is. But I like movies more generally just because they're more condensed usually, and it's just kind of this isolated thing that you can just kind of watch and enjoy or dislike, and it is what it is, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Would you rather have only Vine or only TikTok?
I never had Vine because I wasn't cool enough to have like cool things when I was
cool.
like
I
in
think you're
junior
amazing.
high. Thank you.
Only
But
supporting and wholesomeness on this show.
now I'm.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I'm pretty sure we just insult each other most of the time.
Oh my gosh.
But past that, since I was never on Vine, and yeah, I'll like go back and watch Vine compilations. Was like that's like trendy.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I remember I love to watch like Vine compilations on YouTube and TikTok compilations.
I think Vine was more popular afterwards than it was before.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think after it died, people were trying to revive it through the compilations on YouTube and stuff.
It.
I mean, there's even compilations called like TikToks that remind me of Vine and stuff like that. You know, like radiate Vine energy.
I'm gonna have to look that up. Well, the only thing I would say about Vine is that it was really creator driven, and there was a lot more like people trying to be comedians and stuff like that, and I didn't really like that aspect of Vine. I like how on TikTok really anybody can become famous doing anything, and I think Vine was like that in a lot of ways, but you had your like king batches who everybody would be followed to and nobody else really could get popular just by doing something just as funny or funnier than King Batch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely see that because like with Vine, you had like these creators who like you knew their name and you knew what they did, and like they had all these funny bits that they did.
Wait, you don't follow people on TikTok?
I don't have a TikTok.
What? There's creators I love on TikTok, and I think. Okay, I think, yeah, I will say this, like, Vine was more for comedic, it was very comedy-based, and I think there's a lot more variety on TikTok.
Yeah.
But that being said, there's still a lot of comedy on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I prefer TikTok mainly because I never had Vine, and I love using TikTok as is, so.
And I'm not saying that like there isn't creativity on TikTok, but I think that it's interesting because it kind of takes a different like shape, I think, from what I've seen. Because like there's a lot of people that do the same thing, like the same trend, but they all kind of breathe their own like their own interpretation of it.
Exactly.
Which I think is really cool.
Yeah.
Would you rather be in the movie The Purge or the movie It?
Neither.
The
None of
believe
them.
that you're it.
None of them. Well,
I think I'd rather be in the Purge just because there's probably more of a chance that I could survive that because isn't
What? No, because it
isn't Pennywise? He's like a demon,
Pennywise,
an
there's only
alien
one
demon.
villain.
Like
That's only one villain. Like, you can, like, defeat one villain versus the Purge, everybody's a villain now.
but it's real people. It's real people,
It's true.
and the stakes are not as high. Like Pennywise.
scared
real
of
is-
people
that
can't like
Purge.
unhinge their mouth just like
Exactly,
like that, you know.
Yeah, I would take humans over Pennywise any day. Yeah.
Shove a metal ball.
I don't trust humans. I think they can do some really bad things. and
No,
scary
that's-
things.
That's true.
Definitely true. Hannibal Lecter. So.
I still got to go with the Purge because with it like he's just like he can like teleport and stuff.
Yeah.
I think the smarter decision is it because
Supernatural.
that's like one dude.
Get outta
but
here.
for whatever, but for the
Get
Purge,
outta
I think it'd be
here.
more fun to be in because that's like more adventurous and like I don't know, living on the edge.
I'll choose it as long as I'm allowed to live as far away from dairy as possible.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's respect.
Would you rather only be able to drink cream corn soda or ranch soda for the rest of your life?
So this question goes back to something we did last semester, Cam.
Okay.
But there was the different sodas we were forced to try because people don't like. But we had this corn one, we had a ranch one. And they both tasted miserable.
Oh.
I would
didn't
100%
that.
taste the ranch over the corn. The corn was just the worst.
Okay.
That ranch soda was
No, the ranch was not as bad as the corn.
really. I
Yes.
didn't think the corn was that bad.
The corn was the worst.
Well, seeing that I haven't tasted either, I would think the corn would be sweeter, right?
It was a little. If I remember it, it kind of like almost had like almost like a caramel taste.
No.
Caramel taste.
It like I couldn't even breathe. Like that's how like bad it was.
I don't know.
I'm gonna say corn on this one just because I've never tasted it. So
Y'all are wrong.
I'm also gonna go corn.
ranch.
I would rather drink the ranch.
I love ranch. I love ranch. I put ranch
I
on my
hate
food.
ranch.
cannot
I don't like
imagine
ranch.
ranch in
Ranch is gross.
soda form. It's
I
disgusting.
don't eat salad. That's why I don't like.
Fair enough.
That's
You
like
like Caesar
leaves.
salad.
It's leaves in a bowl. Okay.
Caesar
Right.
salad is bomb.
Onions.
You're
Like
sleeping on
croutons.
Caesar salad.
Okay.
right
To be
now?
fair, I don't eat vegetables. I don't eat vegetables.
Oh my gosh.
But I think
Let me
vegetables
get
are
a
gross.
more
I don't know.
balanced meal.
This is a
Michelle is on to be disappointed.
this is a very divisive question. I think we should move on.
Yeah.
Would you rather only watch Disney or Nickelodeon?
I grew up more of a Disney person personally, but at the same time I did watch both.
Okay. I definitely watched both, but I'm Nickelodeon all day. SpongeBob, you had your classics on there like Hey Arnold, you had just so many good shows. And Disney, I just never really liked it. It always seemed like very cheesy to me. I never got with High School Musical or any of those Disney
What's wrong
movies.
with you?
No, I don't like Disney, so I definitely say Nickelodeon.
Yeah. I mean, I was definitely more of like a cartoon guy than I was like.
So,
live action.
Cartoon
So-
Network.
Yeah,
And
I
I'd
was-
say
I-
Cartoon
well,
Network
I was Cartoon
over-
Network and like Boomerang.
Yeah.
That's what I watched as a kid.
Yeah.
I was Hannah Montana, Wizards of Waverly Place, Sweet Life on Deck.
See, I loved all those shows, but I just think Nickelodeon tops all of that
Mhm.
together.
If I had to pick one, I would go Nickelodeon just to watch like SpongeBob.
You guys have
know?
the worst opinion.
And between those two, yeah, it's Nickelodeon, but Cartoon Network all day.
Oh, yeah.
Cartoon Network all day, of course.
Would you rather go back to junior high or stay in high school?
I would stay in high school.
I would stay in high school for
That's
sure.
a pretty easy decision.
Yeah, junior high was not my best
Honestly,
days.
I feel like most people would automatically say high school. But I actually didn't have a horrible junior high. Everyone complains about junior high. I think mine was pretty good.
I didn't have a horrible junior high. I just think that my high school has been better.
A lot of
Yeah.
bad things happened in my high school. I don't know if
You have more
anyone-
freedom in high school too. Like
That's
a lot
fair,
more freedom.
too.
But also, you had like a lot more responsibility now.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
there's a lot
Yeah.
more stress with like.
I haven't done my taxes yet.
Neither have I.
No, oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
I don't do taxes.
Would you rather do a 5-minute presentation with 3 minutes to prep or a 15-minute presentation with a whole night to prep?
5-minute presentation for sure, because I am really good at coming up with random stuff off the top of my head. So any presentation of mine is prepped 3 minutes before as is.
Yeah.
But I love public speaking, so like I think either I'd be fine with.
Yeah, I don't mind public speaking either, so I think either would be fine. I honestly, sometimes I get very wordy, so I might actually prefer to do the 15-minute. Not so much because not so much because I'm afraid of like the 3-minute to prep, but more so because I just like to talk.
I'd probably say the 5-minute one, just because when I present, I'm trying to get in and get out and just be done as fast as possible. So I don't really want to do the night to prep and the 15 minutes. Yeah, no.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Would you rather be without elbows or without knees?
I think I would be without elbows just because I could just T-pose all day long. That'd be pretty cool.
I was gonna ask, is it like I don't have anything and I don't have a forearm because nothing's connecting it, or like it just you can't bend there?
I guess you wouldn't. I mean, I don't know. It'd be kind of the same thing, right? Because I mean, you just have to like pick up stuff like that.
Okay, then without knees, because guess what? I can like walk like weird, and then I can just like fall over.
I'm
and
just like
I
imagining
can't
somebody
pick
just
stuff up,
walking without bending
then-
their
Like
knees.
stork walk.
You know what?
Oh
You
my
walk with
gosh.
heels.
No,
Oh my
actually,
gosh.
no, actually, that's a fair point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come
So,
at me.
here's the thing. I'm thinking I gotta go with no elbows for one reason and one reason only. So then I can't hit it on like the corner of my desk and then spend the next 3 minutes like,
Yeah.
writhing in pain.
Yeah, that's
because
the
it's,
worst.
like, radiating up and down your arm.
That's the
It
worst.
sounds
I can
like
understand
you're
that.
just
Yeah.
clumsy.
I mean, I am, but that's the option I'm choosing because I'm clumsy. You know,
Yeah.
if I ran into things, maybe I'd take away the knees, but
Was the dress white and gold or black and blue?
It was black and blue, and anybody who says different is freaking lying. It's black and blue. Oh my gosh, it's black and blue. Black and blue.
Black and blue.
Oh my gosh.
I actually had this really interesting thing. So I have two younger brothers, right? And they're kind of like behind the times as far as like memes and viral trends and stuff like that go, just because they're younger
Yeah.
and they don't have as much like access to like social media and stuff. So I actually showed them the dress, like a picture of the
Yeah.
dress, a few weeks ago, and so when I first pulled up the picture, I actually saw white and gold. And then, like, I turned it around to show my brothers, and they were like, "Oh, it's black and blue." It's black and
No
blue."
way.
And I turned it back around, and it was black and blue, and I was like,
There's no way. I don't know
"Yeah,
if I'm
honestly, that's what
believing that.
happened."
No.
And back when it was like first the trend, like I always saw black and blue, but for a split second, I saw the white.
That's
and
like the
gold.
whole Yanny.
That's what I
Laurel
was just about to
thing.
ask.
It is.
Do you hear Laurel or Yanny?
Laurel. Who
Yanny.
hears Yanny?
I hear Yanny all day.
What's wrong with you guys?
Yanny all day.
Yanny.
So much wrong.
Team Yanny.
That was all the questions.
All right.
All right, up, Joe.
All right. Well, those were some really fun questions. It was
Yeah.
really good. Hopefully, you got to know Cam a little bit better. And, it was just a fun way to kind of walk into the new semester. But that is all the time that we have for today. So we hope you have a great week, Tigers, and we'll see you on the next episode. See ya.
Welcome back, Tigers. Moving on with guidance. Seniors, new scholarships are available. The Nancy Janes Memorial Scholarship is for seniors who have a parent battling breast cancer or has lost a parent to breast cancer. Application is January 31st. Professional Athletes Foundation Scholarship is for seniors who participated in varsity athletics and has not accepted a full scholarship award or grant. Application deadline is February 1st. Please check the FHS website, Naviance, or the guidance office for more information. Seniors. Central Indiana Community Foundation, CICF, will be awarding over $1.4 million in scholarships this year to Indiana high school seniors. Don't miss out. Apply online through the link on the announcements page by February 5th.
Hey Tigers, Sophia Solis here. Do you notice something different about me? Exactly! I got my nails done! FHS Esports will meet in room B111 from 3 to 4 p.m. after school this Thursday, January 23rd. Bring a signed permission slip, game, and a friend. Calling all artists, writers, and performers. Share your talent with the rest of the school in this year's edition of the Literary Magazine. From now until February 21st, submit poetry, prose, art pieces, and links to original music to the library's Canvas page to be featured in the final published version of the magazine. Contact Mrs. Dixon for more information and get creating. As always, follow us on Instagram at FHS Weekly News and my Instagram and YouTube channel at Iconically Her. Stay fabsome, Tigers. Bye!